everyone, and welcome back to AustinPlays Gaming, where today we've got a little bit of a different video. We're not exactly gaming, however we are reviewing an aspect of a game. We are doing the Marvel Rivals character tier list. Now, this video is kind of like, it doesn't have Emma Frost and Ultron, but however, I'll give my personal opinion. However, this is based off the 2.5 update. It will not be based on like overall, but it's also my overall opinion. So if you don't like it, sorry, but this is just my opinion in terms of the game. I've been playing the game for like ever since it's come out. So yeah, let's just check this out. So like most tier lists, we have got S, we've got A, B, C, D. Now, I can't actually change these, unfortunately. However, I will just basically say S tier is like godly, A is like pretty decent, B is I will use them just to get to Lord, C is I'll use them if the squad is really down, D is we don't use them at all. Now, again, as I said, this is all my opinion, so if you don't like it, again, apologies. But we've got everyone except for Emma Frost and Ultron, so I do apologize for that. So we'll start off with Adam Warlock. Now, I personally like Adam Warlock, but I haven't used him in a while, but I have used him in this update, and he wasn't great. However, I still do think I would give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'd put him in A. Black Panther. Now, that's a weird one, that. Black Panther is one of the characters in which, like, he's in even range. You either know how to use him or you don't know how to use him. But the key is movement. So I would say that, like, potentially A, maybe even S. But for me, he's a B. But I know generally he's an A because I have just started to use him. So I will put him in A, just for now. But even in this update, he's still one of the top tier characters. Now, Doctor Strange, I use him mainly for memes. I already know exactly where I'm going to put him. He's a character I want to try and get to Lord. I still need to know how to master him. Now, we've got Groot. Now, I know people are not going to like this. I'm going to put him in C. This is because of me. I tried using Groot the other day. I don't understand him. I like the rocket team up. I like the whole, like, he's able to bring people together with his ult, but then add up walls so they can protect themselves. And he's also got one of the biggest health bars in the game. However, I just don't know how to use him, so apologies. Now Hela's a weird one, you know. I'm gonna put her in B. She's not a hard character to get to Lord. However, it's the only reason I would really use her. She's mechanical. Well, not really mechanical. Her abilities are quite easy to use. Her ult is just destruction. But yeah, I would say that Hela's a pretty decent choice. And I personally wouldn't use Hela, especially at this moment in the game. She's mainly only there for, like, I know she's a DPS, but she's not. They've given her a few, like, buffs, but it's still not up there with the likes of Black Panther or Iron Man, so that's something you need to think about. Hulk. Right, this is personally, if you have a Hulk on your team that knows what he's doing, probably one of the best characters. Me, I need to learn how to use him. If I'm going to be honest, I'd actually put him there. Groot is... Hulk's very diverse. I even think him as Bruce Banner's not that bad, but Hulk is quite diverse, and he's got like great movement. He's got a good like tank, but his damage is to think that like to a normal DPS it takes about 10 hits for him to do anything to a DPS is quite sad. However, when he's in that big ult, like, which isn't hard to get in a game if you're like popping off, it's still a pretty decent character, and I would use him to try and get to Lord, but also understand the mechanics of a character like Hulk, because him and Doctor Strange are very similar in that respect. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this, mainly because I absolutely love Iron Man. I have to put him in S tier. He's just so good. He's just such a good character. Like, with his laser, he when he had that power up with Hulk, even, it was so good, but it was one of the cases in which it was too overpowered, and I'm kind of glad they did take that out of the game. But he was truly he is still an amazing character, and probably one of the easiest to get to Lord. I already have him on Knight, but I only use him to do the team up thing with Ultron when I'm playing with my brother. But that's literally it. But he's still an amazing character. Now, with the likes of Jeff, I have a love-hate relationship with him because I hate when someone doesn't know how to use Jeff, they always try and use DPS. He's not a good DPS. However, like, personally, I don't want to put him here because, like, Jeff is just, I'm going to have to. It's just, when I first started off, he was a great healer, but then I have definitely found some better options. Loki, I know people are going to hate this. I don't understand him. He's way too mechanical, and it takes you have to think about your controls before. With other characters, you have quite a good idea of, like, button spamming. Here, you have to think about it or you're dead. Loki, I don't have much to say about him. His skins are cool, but that's literally it. I know there's so many people that love playing Loki, but I don't like him. Luna, I've actually only recently got to grips with playing Luna, but I would still put her in, like, I'd put her there, actually. I'd be pretty respectable with that, like, because she is an amazing, she's a good bulk healer. She knows how to heal a lot of people at one time, but also her DPS, like her passive attacks, still do a hefty amount of damage. So, honestly, I've got to give it to they've done a fair bit with Luna. They haven't done a lot of buffs or nerfs, but they've know how to make her balanced, and she is a very coordinated healer, unlike Jeff. I know I'm going a bit ahead here. Yeah, easy. I hate Mantis, mainly because, and I'll tell you why. Mantis is how do you say this? A lot of people have her at, like, Lord and know what she's doing, but also she's a rip-off of Luna. She's way too difficult, and also, if you notice, if you look between Luna and Mantis, most of them have Luna because she's just a copy, but on a harder scale to master. I've tried trying to using her, but she's more of a DPS than anything, which is why you don't see many Lords. But with Luna, there's a good balance between that, so that's a bit of an issue with Mantis especially, and Loki. To be fair, he's not a good he's not a good DPS, but he's also not the greatest healer, unless you, as I said, you really know how to use him. Magik, honestly, I'll give it, like, Magik is a pretty good character because of her, like, her sword abilities, but also her Dark Child, ultimate is amazing, and it does, like, for a melee character, for a primary melee character, she knows what she's doing, and even as a character that, her skins are cool as well, but her character, like, I don't quite know how to really explain it, because she's very diverse, her abilities are diverse, but you also have a choice between the Eldritch Rage, which is the, the demon type thing, or the, Twirl thing, which also can take out a hefty Groot. But also, her, like, portals moving type thing is also very useful, because of getting out of, fast situations, and fast and annoying situations, shall we say. Magneto, one of the, you know what, okay, I know how to play Magneto, but it would mainly just to get him to Lord, but also he just Steph Curry's on people. All he does is gets his flipping basketball and goes yeet on people, and it's just a bit annoying sometimes. Namor, again, I would say he's not that mechanical. Honestly, he's quite easy to use, but you need a lot of coordination. But also, he is one that you, I know people really like using him because of his, as I said, diversity. But his abilities aren't that, like, the shield bubble, you don't move too far. It protects you for a short period of time. But if someone has, like, a gunner on you, or, like, even a Scarlet Witch, if they have that on you, it's just a bit useless, isn't it? But I think if you can get to grips with using someone like Namor, he is a very good character. But I think to get to Lord, yeah. And I think by the time you get to Lord, very good character to have, as a character to have in your, like, corner, because someone will be very experienced, but still not great. I know people are gonna like hate this, but I hate Peni. I hate Peni. I just don't like any. I tried playing her literally, I think it was yesterday. I don't get it. All she does is webs people, throws landmines down, and holds a point. But her damage, her base, she might as well just spit on you. She might just go, hey, there's a bit of damage. She doesn't even do like a damage, like 100 damage per shot. She doesn't have any movement whatsoever. It's low-key kind of sad. But I think people got to Lord with her before the new update. So I think that's probably one of the biggest problems. Right. I put Punisher there mainly because he is a character that isn't that. It doesn't take a lot of skill. He doesn't take a lot of skill, but also I absolutely hate people that sit in the corner with that little turret. That turret I think should be an ult, because that turret, it does do obliterations to you, and you also have to damage the turret before you can even damage like Punisher. And if you're behind a wall and he has a perch out, you can't kill him. Other than, but if you try and destroy it, the turret, it's ridiculous. But also his shotgun, literally 3 hits a tank, 2 hits a DPS, and obviously healers. That's insane. He is probably the person you'll find with a negative KD in a game. However, it's just sad. And I used Punisher at the very beginning of the season, because very beginning of this game, because obviously of how easily he used he was. A lot of people understood the basics of him. Same goes for Scarlet Witch. However, I main Scarlet Witch. I will not lie to you. I main Scarlet Witch. But I put her there mainly because she is a person you want to get to Lord because of how easy she is. Now, I've been playing her since she came out in December, and I still haven't got her to Lord. I aim to do that on a stream later on this year, or maybe later on in the, not this year, but maybe the summer, but it's still, ridiculous. And the same goes for Punisher. However, Rocket. Now, Rocket is one of the easiest healers to use, but I think if you know how to play Rocket, like me, like my brother, like other people who have him at Lord, he is one of the Lords or characters that will do you wonders, even as a solo healer. I know he has a movement ability and then a revive ability, but still, it's absolutely amazing. He is an amazing character. Now, right, yeah, when people know how to play Spider-Man, it's just annoying. I unfortunately have to put him there. I don't know how to use Spider-Man, very mechanical. However, people really know how to play him, and it would be wrong to put him anywhere else, unfortunately. That's all I can really say. Star-Lord, yeah, okay. If you've got great aim, i.e. a controller player, and you've got that legendary ultimate, you're just screwed. You are not winning. Even a tank, it takes 2 hits, with that legendary thing. Now, I know I'm going a bit quick here, but I mainly wanted to get to Thor, and I'll just put Storm there. Mainly because in this recent update, with that Sharknado type thing, and her ult with Human Torch, she is a great character, but also she's not a hard character to use. The one thing that might confuse people is the fact that you can't the wind to lightning ratio, but she is a very good DPS, and also having an aerial DPS that can move that quickly, like Iron Man, is very good. I don't put in my Iron Man because she is complicated to use, but I definitely agree with her putting her there. By the way, I know people put her at the very end here. I'm not gonna do that just because it's just too complicated, and I'm not doing that. Now, Thor, I'm gonna put him there because on a normal day, if before 2.5, I would have put him there or there. But ever since this 2.5 update, I don't know what the hell's happened. Everyone's using Thor. People have got him to Lord already, but also people really know how to use him, and he gets his ult within 2 minutes, and it's ridiculous. Yes, he does a bit less damage, but oh my god, he is one of the most used this season, and he's just so annoying. When you have him, he is the person that will throw as much lightning at you and then just donk you on the head with his hammer. It's just really annoying. I kind of have to. Venom is like the best tank ever. He's got amazing skins, the Bubble Pop, the Cheeto Dust one. But Venom is one of the best like tanks. I think the best tank because of his movement abilities, but also he does know how to damage and he does know how to hold a point. Unlike a character that I think is quite convenient, who is next, is Captain America. Captain America is straight doo-doo. Because the only good thing about him is the assemble and potentially the shield. Other than that, all he does is like he might poke you a bit, but he doesn't do much. If you have like a Lord Winter Soldier on your team, you are set. You're fine. Don't worry. Great character, and also he's not complicated to use. He reminds me a lot of McCree from Overwatch. His pistol is quite fast. He can grab bring people closer to you, throw that like Red Bull orb, and you've basically got them dead. And then one shot to the head, they're gone. It's very good. He's one of the best characters, and I don't think he's had a few like nerfs. I don't think he's had a buff. I think he might have had a few nerfs, but he's still amazing. But he's also balanced, which is what you need. But if you've got someone that is new to the game, but then you've got someone that's extremely experienced with Winter Soldier, it's not going to be it's going to be a very frustrating experience for you. Okay. Yeah, Wolverine goes there because he's one you want to get to Lord, but also he essentially all he is a tank killer. He knows how to quickly kill a healer, quickly kill a DPS, but he also knows how to contest against a tank. However, he might not win all the time, but he definitely can contest against one. Squirrel Girl, I ran into a Lord Squirrel Girl the other day, and I was just like, bro, how? She's not a difficult character, but like, it's just, why do people know how to play her? Moon Knight, again, one you get to Lord, but it's not something you want to go back to. And the reason I say this, and I'm glad these have come together, Moon Knight is very mechanical, and you really need to learn how to use him, and it takes a while to learn him. However, the complete opposite, and one, I love being Iron Fist, if I'm being honest, but I also don't like being against an Iron Fist, so I guess it really works out there. Yeah, I have to just put Moon Knight, like, all of them there, and all of them here. I completely agree with that. Now, we are down to the last few. I can already tell you one of the best. Can I go up, please? I guess not. Right, hang on. Wait, what the? Okay, right. I don't put Mr. Fantastic there. Actually, yeah, no, that's probably a good place to put him. Yeah, I've seen a couple people recently have him at Lord. Again, I don't understand. He's very mechanical, but he's got too much going on. He is very much a DPS tank with less health, but he can also get that health back. And his ult's just like a balloon. He's just a balloon. It's a bit pointless, isn't it? Human Torch. Right, can I just bring that? Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm not putting... What the hell is going on here? So it would appear that it's not letting me actually do this, but I don't put Human Torch there. I put him there. Okay, so I put Human Torch in B. I put Invisible Woman there. Yeah. Right. Thing. Again, he's one of the tanks that I think is one of the better tanks. So I would put him in S. Now these two, I actually have to put them all in D. I absolutely hate them. Cloak. Oh yeah, I forgot these two. Psylocke. I put Psylocke in C, and then Cloak and Dagger in B. So I'll put in the description below. I'll put all the characters that I actually did put in the specific category if it decides to stop having a fit. But yeah, there's my oh wait, and Emma Frost and Ultron. Ultron S, and no, yeah, actually yeah, I'd put Ultron in S, and then Emma Frost in A. So yeah, well that was quite painful. I can't lie. Every time I move that, this goes back. Well, everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what else you would like to see on this channel. And without further ado, I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Yeah.